Hey, in this video I want to talk to you about how to move a potential buyer from cold to sold. How do you sell more effectively? How do you sell more eloquently? So that sales to you doesn't feel sleazy, it doesn't feel uncomfortable, but actually it feels like you're helping somebody build a bridge to get from where they are in a problem state to where they want to be in an opportunity and pleasure state. So how do you do that? Because a lot of people have this negative association with selling, and they feel that selling is bad, or they've heard that sales is sleazy or something like that. But assuming that you have a good quality product, assuming that you have a good quality service as a business owner, a coach, a consultant, a freelancer, an entrepreneur, etc., then it's your divine duty to make sure that you share your product or service with as many people as freaking possible. Because if you've got something valuable, then you have to go out and share that. Because look, people share negative associated news every single day. Did you hear what happened to so-and-so? Oh, it's so bad. And what happens is everybody starts to develop this negative cyclical state, which keeps people in more and more problems. So your role as an entrepreneur, as an executor, as a sales professional, is to make sure that you're demonstrating the value of your product or service so effectively that people just feel compelled to buy. They're just like, hey, Simon, take my money, because you're so good at what you do. And everything that I'm going to share with you today around sales and moving a buyer from cold to sold is from an assumption space that what you do is positive and you have a credible and high quality premium service or product. So the first thing that we want to talk about is selling with confidence. So when you get on the phone and you say something like, oh, hi, is that Simon? As soon as you get on the phone and say, is that, you've lost confidence. In other words, the potential buyer has now lost confidence in you because you've come from a question state and you've come from a state of potentially sounding unsure. Hello, if you've called somebody's mobile, it's 2023, you're calling somebody's mobile, like darn skippy, they're gonna pick it up, right? Unless it's like the 1% of times where you know that you're calling a man and a female picks up, then you use something different, but you're gonna assume that it's the person picking up, even if it's the first time you're calling them, because that displays and demonstrates confidence. Second thing that we want to talk about when it comes to confidence is your tonality. You see, a lot of people make the mistake with coming across like a little bit underneath in terms of their tonality, underneath the other person. So think of it like a little bit like decibels, right? So let's say this is the highest point up here, and let's say the customer comes in at here and says, hi, it's Sandra. Then you don't want to make the mistake of going, hi Sandra, it's Timothy. Timothy from Mortgage Brokers Insurance Company.plc. Like, it's too long, it's too boring, it's too under the tonality. So what you want to do is when they say, hi, it's Sandra speaking, hi Sandra, it's Jazz, bang, 2 levels above. 2 levels above. Why? Because now that puts them out of their curious state, hi, Sandra speaking, because they're probably wondering who it is, into a state of more comfort, into a state of more confidence. And if you come across your decibels, your tonality is 2 levels above theirs, guess what will happen? Their tonality will start to raise. Their level of pleasure and excitement will start to raise. They'll probably start to forget about the negative news that they've just been hearing and start to be more open to listening to you. Now, I know that sounds incredibly simple, but it's incredibly important. The second thing that we want to talk about when it comes to confidence is a lot of people make the mistake of how they start the conversation. You know, people will say things like, oh, how are you? Yeah, it's really bad weather out there, isn't it? Yeah, well, you know, yeah, I don't know what are you having for, like, long, dead that, right? You don't want to talk about all of these negative things, and you don't want to, I know that they teach you in all of these sales programs and all of that sort of stuff, oh, you've got to build rapport, and, you know, you've got to ask them about the weathers and what. No, it's dead, it's too slow, it's too long, and people know that you're coming across as inauthentic now. You're asking questions that are not pertaining to what it is that you want to produce on the other side. So it's much better if you do what, like, if you think about the book, Stephen Covey's book, right? You've got to start with the end in mind. Why not come across with something more powerful, what we call an anchor, right? Which tells the other person what it is that you're there to do. Why not be incredibly authentic? Why not be incredibly clear right from the get-go? So an anchor is a positive question that triggers a positive response from your ideal client. And once you have that anchor in place, it looks like something like this. Hey, Jazz from Money Mastery, I'm calling to help you to 12x your income. Is now a bad time? Look at that, single statement, super clear, super eloquent. Okay, and it talks about the positive aspect of what we want to create on the other side. It's so much better than somebody saying, oh, I'm calling to get you enrolled in my program. They don't care about your program. They don't care about your opportunity. What they care about is the pleasure that you produce on the other side. I was watching something called from Jeremy Lerner, excellent sales professional this morning, and he said, look, the person doesn't want they don't want the great fitness workout plan. What they want is to look beautiful on the beach in their swimsuit. They don't want the mattress. What they want to do is they want to cure their back pain. So you've got to talk about the pleasure, the opportunity on the other side, and anchor them in with that, because now you've got them curious. Another word is saying, like, say you're a tax consultant, for example. Hey, I'm calling to save you £50,000 on your tax this month. Is now a bad time? And they're going to say, no, of course it's not a bad time. They're so much more likely to say that and defend their argument. No, I want to hear more from you. Now, you put yourself in a position of confidence. You put yourself in a position of authority where they want to listen to you. They're compelled now. They're now in your world, and that's exactly the situation that you want to create. So make sure that you set yourself up with a positive, confident anchor. If you're a property professional, for example, you might say, hey, I'm calling to help you get passive income from your property. Is now a bad time? Okay, again, anchor them in with something positive, the pleasure that they want to experience, because now you've got them thinking about that positive experience that they want on the other side. Awesome, good. Second thing that we want to talk about is selling with clarity. And I see so many business owners, professionals, entrepreneurs, freelancers, consultants, coaches especially, like just not being clear in their messaging. I saw a message from somebody who's a phenomenal photographer, and he had a picture of like a fitness athlete, and his question was, you want to have great pictures for your fitness brand? And the answer to that question is like 50-50, but it would be so much more powerful. We came across with much more clarity about what that fitness brand creates on the other side. They don't want great images. Like, nobody wants images. I can have hundreds of thousands of images just sitting on a Google Drive. What they want is the advantage that that image provides. So it would have been better off being even more clear and thinking about, I want you to write this down, right? What is your single statement solution? What is a single sentence that you say that compels intrigue from your potential buyer? He might be better off saying, do you want to grow a 7-figure fitness brand with phenomenal images? Now that's stronger. Not the best, but stronger, right? Because what they want is a 7-figure brand. What they want is that identity. What they want is that positive cue on the other side. Do you get that? So what is your single sentence solution? For me, it's like, hey, so what do you do at Money Master again? Well, we help professionals and entrepreneurs turn their skill sets into income producing assets that 12x their income and live a financially free life. Is that something that you're interested in? Bang. Single statement and then come with a question. Again, single statement and then come with a question. So many people make the mistake of going, yeah, I've been a mortgage broker for 30 years and then we've done insurance, and also, I help my clients to achieve this, and we've got great testimonies, and we've been in business for a long time, and we're located over here, and by this time the buyer is completely disassociated with you, okay? So make one clear sentence powerful and then ask a question. Yeah, so we help people to 12x their income by becoming financially free. Is that something that you're interested in? Bang. Statement, question. Statement, question. You've got to chop it up to be even more clear. Because if you don't chop it up to be even more clear, then what will happen is they will start to develop negative associations, and the more you talk, the more they're disencouraging themselves from buying from you. So make sure that you're bouncing back with questions there. And another thing to consider around clarity is avoid using fillers. And I know it sounds very, very basic, but it's amazing the amount of people that you call. I've been trying to get through to estate agents to buy some properties recently, to invest in properties, and it's amazing. Hey, I'm calling about a property on Ergington Road. Is it still available? Let me have a look. Like, the moment you said, you've killed trust, you've killed authority, you've killed control over the conversation. So avoid fillers, but avoid basically. Well, basically what we do is, if your service is basic, boom, bosh it out. I don't want it. And premium buyers don't want anything basic, right? And also, if you're using words like basically, what tends to happen is that you're probably using those sorts of terminology in order to buy time. And what does that mean? That means that you lack confidence, you lack clarity, and if you lack confidence and clarity, guess how the buyer feels about you? Guess how they feel about your product or service? You've got to come across with confidence and clarity. The third thing that you want to come across with is conviction. You've got to be able to convict. And by the way, you cannot come across with conviction unless you've first built up confidence and you've built up really effective clarity, so that they know what you do, they know how you do it, And they know that you are the bridge to get them from where they are in that problem, where they are without the health that they want, where they are without the relationship that they want, where they are without the income that they want, where they are without the income protection that they want if you sell insurance, for example. And they know that you've got a fantastic 10 out of 10 solution, and they know that you've got a clear bridge to help them walk over. That's the difference, okay? And once you've got them onto that bridge mentally, they're walking that bridge with you. Okay, fantastic, this is what you do. Does that sound valuable to you? Yeah, that sounds really, really great. Okay, brilliant. So look, it's gonna be absolutely fantastic when you're inside our program. You're gonna learn everything you need to learn inside our portal about wealth, and it's gonna be absolutely phenomenal for you. I'm so excited for you, because now you're giving them even more confidence to move forward and to move into the journey. Don't make this mistake, by the way. Don't think that selling is about telling your clients or customers what to do. Why? When you tell people what to do, they automatically develop a negative association to it. It's a little bit like when you were a kid in school and the teacher said, hey, go and do this. You're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Just because they said do it, right? You know, like, people don't want to be controlled. They don't want to feel like they're being controlled. So what should you be doing instead? Well, you've got to be making sure that you're asking the quality questions that allows them to answer their own internal objections and allows them to be compelled to buy from you. So all you're doing in authentic selling is not saying you should buy this thing, you're asking them the questions that allow them to think, I should buy this thing. Hey, if I deliver a 10 out of 10 solution for you, 10 out of 10 service for you, what would that look like on the other side? Oh my goodness, it would be amazing. You would have this, you would have that, you would have this, you would have that, and you'll be able to get me to XYZ status. Okay, fantastic. If I'm able to demonstrate that for you right now, would there be anything stopping you from moving forward today? No, I think, you've explained the price point, you've explained everything clearly. I'm ready to go. How do I pay? That's the confidence that you want. That's the conviction that you want. That's the assumption that you want. The assumption is once you've got confidence and clarity, you can assume that they're going to buy. Oh my goodness. Like when you join our portal, you're going to see everything that you need to do, everything that you need to know in order to make sure that your wealth will continue to grow. Now I feel good. And that's what you want to do when you come across with conviction. You want people to feel good. So you want to make the statements that make them feel good. Look, you're not selling the journey to the destination, you're selling the destination. Okay, so many people try to sell the journey there. Say, oh, well, like if you're going from here to Jamaica, for example, well, travel agent doesn't say, well, you're gonna have to go all the way to Heathrow Airport. I know it's a bit like an hour and a half away from you. You're gonna have to pack your luggage in there. You're gonna meet a horrible lady called Sue at the checkpoint, and she's gonna be like snarling at you, looking at your passport and going, have you got your ID? And have you got this? And have you got that? And that's gonna be really annoying. But then you're gonna go through security. Like, nobody wants to hear all that. What they wanna hear is you're gonna have an amazing time in Jamaica with your family, and I'm so excited for you. So that's the same way that you want to approach your services and your products. Think about the experience, the advantage they want on the other side, and not all of the logical steps that they need to get there. I hope that you found this video super useful, and if you have, then you would absolutely love my free training. It's down below. If you want to learn to sell with more confidence, more clarity, more conviction, this training will help you do that and so much more, and it's absolutely free. So go ahead, tap the link and go and discover more so that you can 12x your income and live a life of freedom, prosperity that you truly deserve. And look, if you like this video, make sure that you like it, subscribe it so I can produce more amazing content for you right here on YouTube, and you can check it out every single week. I'm so glad that you've taken your time and your peace of mind to work with me and to listen to me over the last few minutes, and I'm super excited that it's inspired you. Look, drop a comment below, let me know what's the most thing that stood out for you, and let me know how you're going to go about selling your products and services even more effectively. It's been so great to hear from you. My name is Jazz Rose, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side of even more success. Blessings!